Hey, Christine here with teachingnaturally.net. Um, Wanted to go over schoolhouseteachers.com. I know that it's something that if you see an advertisement, you're like, well, what is it? What are we going to learn here? Well, I want to go over some things and let you know some great benefits to schoolhouseteachers.com and what can you expect. This is your landing page. I'm logged into my account. So I had this for several years now, and I really love it. My favorite thing about it is all of the electives. They're just amazing. There's lots of them. So I have all these tabs up here. I'm not going to get to go over them today, but I want to just let you know that there's so many things to do, and we're going to have a series. I'll have a series of videos about each specific perk of schoolhouseteachers.com because there's so many to pack in one video. So this is your intro. So basically what you have is just a huge database of homeschool resources, unbelievable amount. And for access, one price for the entire family. All courses, all grades. If you go to the gold membership, then you will get the Apple Core, which is not testing but record keeping. And so I've got one right here. I've got this up right here, record keeping with Apple Core. And so what it will do is it will help you with your high school transcripts. It will help you with those types of things. And so I was working on mine. You add your student. This goes through, have a tutorial, so it'll help you. But then you just go into there, add your student, then you add your whatever category it was, select a specific course, then you'll give them the grade. It's a really nice asset to have there, so you can have that reporting and the record keeping, things like that, to have in your records. So it's a great thing. So you can even have notice it says the silver plan includes course tracker, grade reporting, report cards, portfolio attendance. So that's very great to see what it's going to do for you. The transcript feature is only available with Apple Core Gold. So think about that. All of the teacher members are eligible for a free silver membership, but those who purchase a 1-year membership are eligible for a free gold membership. So, which I have that, and it's really great to be able to do that transcript. So that clarifies that. If you go for all they have, the gold, you'll be able to work with that as well. So that's nice. Okay, so we're going to go back to the main page here. So in the main page, you're going to see there's options for school boxes, there's options for courses, and they have other resources as well. So we'll go over today, what is the difference between the courses and the school boxes, okay? Well, a school box is here's the first grade. The school box will give you everything that Schoolhouse Teachers suggests for you to do, for your student to do in each grade. So this is first grade. Welcome to our first grade box. So it gives you an idea of how this is going to work. So you click on the subject. Okay, let's do math. Okay, we'll just do the first one. So they have you download your curriculum guide. Okay, and so that curriculum guide is going to tell you everything you're going to need to know for that course. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and click on this just to give you a peek here. Okay, so it's a 36-week course. It's going to be 5 days a week lesson plan. The resources you're going to need your corresponding lessons. You're going to need, of course, your computer and printer, and you're going to need your journal for note-taking and for storing homework. So here's what they have additional resources that they suggest, okay, that can be used, but you don't have to. And then you just simply go on. This is your checklist for what you do each, and notice it's a fillable there. So you just PDF, wouldn't have to print this off. I like to print things off, so I'd have this here. I could at a glance say, hey, we're going to do this, and we can mix it up. You wouldn't have to necessarily go through each week in order as they recommend, but you could actually mix things up. So, and also if you have another curriculum or you have another like a unit study and you cover a certain topic within that unit study, then hey, you can mark that off your list. You did that. You accomplished that. So that's a fillable right there if you leave that on your screen. And then also you could print that, and then you have week 1. It tells you exactly what to do. Counting numbers, 1 through 20 review. And this tells you to read the material and complete activities for the course. I'm going to click that. Okay. And it's going to take me to that. And there I am. Okay. Then I have the lesson plan. That is similar. It's basically is the curriculum guide. So if you're doing the boxes, you wouldn't necessarily need the lesson plan because the curriculum guide is that lesson plan, because the curriculum guide sometimes they will combine different weeks with actual different courses within that whole curriculum box. So you'll get not just, you won't have to just do one course. You're actually doing like a collection of courses to accomplish your goal of studying all of those topics. So if I would click on week one. I'm going to download week one. Then there's your practice sheets and your answers key. So here's our lesson. Okay. Week one, day one. How many sons are that we go through? We're reviewing our lessons, okay, for 1 through 20, counting 1 through 20. Now, again, you wouldn't necessarily, then here is my practice sheet. I'm going to get that. I would download that. You can either just do that right with your child. You could print this, and there it is. And so you can see the different, this is for first grade. Again, we're looking at first grade. So this is, all the grades are similar. This is a first grader. Now you could do this right on the thing, right on the screen, and you just do it with the child. Okay. They could also, or you could print it. So that's your option. You could also do a similar activity. You wouldn't necessarily have to do the worksheet. You would use objects, use blocks, use crayons, use anything like that. Use little army men. My guys like to play the army men. So you can use little army guys, stand them up and have them count them, put so many in a bucket, or put so many on one side of the fence, so many on the other side, just to review the counting 1 through 20. And so notice that was in our so that was our math. So we got our curriculum guide, okay? And then we looked at our curriculum guide. There's my first grade curriculum guide, and then I can of course download that so I have it, and then I'll just follow along every day of the week. What does it tell me to do? And so the curriculum guide is different than your lesson plan in the fact that the curriculum guide combines everything, all the different things you're going to need to complete their curriculum box, because a curriculum is like a collection of courses. A course is one course within, just to accomplish a goal of learning. The curriculum guide is like a compilation of different courses, and they may take you through different courses to fulfill the goal. And so you just, every day you download your lesson page, or you generally, before you even start the course, you would want to go ahead and get all this compiled. You have them in a folder. You know exactly what you do each day and have that ready, or you pre-print what you need to do, your worksheets and lessons. So there is work involved in the printing process, compiling everything you want to do, especially for your younger grades, because they're going to need a little more assistance. They're not going to be able to navigate themselves. And notice they'll let you fill in the date that you did this, and then when you do day one, you can check off what you've done right there on the computer, take notes, what you did or where you left off or something like that. Now notice some of the lessons are short. You could combine a couple lessons, a couple days worth, and do 2 or 3 lessons in one day. So there's just so many different ideas that you can do. So the key is that your child is learning, obviously, and that you want to make it as enjoyable as possible and make it as less hassle for the mama, because we want to enjoy the learning process as well. So schoolhouseteachers.com does help do that. Again, there's work involved because you do need to print the lessons or your worksheets and things like that as needed. But it is a very wonderful, wonderful curriculum, and that I've found it is one of the only ones that I have found, and I've been homeschooling for over 13 years, that is actually geared toward homeschoolers, because you can, they don't have you to spend hours in one subject, or you don't have to, drag. It feels like you're dragging the process out just to complete a textbook. No, they're going straight to the point. You're learning the topic that you need to learn. You're learning that skill that the student needs. Then you can go on to the next thing, the next topic, because you don't have to just sit there for 6 hours like they have to do in school. And most curriculums that I have found, even that we use even for our homeschools, they have all been geared toward the Christian schools or toward school. So therefore, they're used to holding those students for 6 hours per day. At homeschooling, yay, we don't have to do that. We have freedom. And so that's the great beauty of homeschool that I love, because we have freedom to do that. So that gives you an idea, just to help you know what to expect with a curriculum box. Okay. So I want to also cover a course. So I basically showed you the one. So then that was our worksheet. Let me get my tabs out of here. So that was our curriculum box. Okay. Now we're going to go back to welcome. I'm going to go to courses. Let's do a grade Similar here. We did elementary. We just did a first grade. We saw math there for a second. So let's do the same thing. We're going to go into first grade. Okay. And we're going to see what it would do if I'm browsing courses. Okay. I'm in first grade. These are courses that they suggest. So we just looked at math. Okay. Let's look at, how about history? Okay. So we're going to click on the history. And this is a key up at the top, tells you, if you see these symbols within the course thumbnail, what to expect. The circle means it's a completely downloadable text, meaning it's a PDF. You download the whole thing and you can have it. You don't even have to be online basically to view that course or that text right there. But of course there will be links perhaps to videos or to other things, so you'll want to have access for that. But the entire course can be downloaded. So let's look at one. Okay, let's look at American History for Beginners. And now also there's unit studies, which kind of combine several subjects. We could do a whole video on that later. But this, like I said, we're just trying to peek into the curriculum boxes versus courses. So here I am. These are first grade that goes on with different ones. You can hit the tab and just see look how many. So I'm going to go ahead with American History for Beginners. This is what they have listed under. That would be for a sixth grade, a first grader's skill set. And of course, this could be used for kindergarten through second grade. So it's not just specific, but this is one that could be used. So it gives me course information, course outline, course sample additional. So I would go here to class lessons. Okay, and then I'm going to click my lesson plan because this is going to tell me what to do. Okay, notice it looks very similar to the curriculum guide we saw, but this is specifically only for this class. Okay, curriculum guide could combine classes from different courses, but this lesson plan is specifically to this course only. Okay, so they have us week 1. We're going to study Christopher Columbus. Okay, so I go down here, week 1. Okay, it says look at the map using the link provided. Read and discuss the text provided, color a ship. Read more about Christopher Columbus's voyages, complete other crafts and printables. Okay, so this is going to be used along with the guide. So here it is. Download the lesson plan week 1. It tells me, here's what I do. Week 1, Christopher Columbus. So I click on this. Here it is. See, it's a completely downloadable text. As you saw, we saw that red circle on the thumbnail for this course. So, American History for Beginners. So I simply would read this with my first grader, and I would follow the links. It links us to different things. There's a coloring sheet of a ship. As it notice, it says to do the coloring sheet. Okay, so I would click on this. I'm going to open in a new tab so I don't lose where I'm at. Okay, and there you are. There's your Columbus Day coloring page. Okay, so and then I have other things. So it tells me to do. It says, before we begin the study, take a look at this map of the known world at the time of Columbus. So here's what you would do. So you do want access to your internet. You would click and you just go along with these things. And then if you really want to do this offline, of course, you would prepare ahead of time. You could print these pictures so you would have them ready, or you could put them on your computer so you wouldn't have to, or your tablet, and then you could just show them offline. So I wasn't able to get to that. It's coming up now. So it's going to show me the map of the known world, okay? And then it tells you he lived in Genoa, which was a busy port, and then it's going to explain port as well. Let's see what this is, okay? In Britannica. So it's going to take me to the dictionary to explain what a port is. So it has a lot of interactive things. A lot of different components that you can do to make it interesting, especially for your older readers and your older learners. And again, we'll have to check that link there. So it's simply just showing you a map there. So something there, my connection, I guess. Sorry about that. So we obviously, in our mind, we've seen this before, those maps. So you would want to look at that map, let the child understand, and then show, what we've done from there. Then all these things. Columbus had the 3 ships and then you're gonna be able to see pictures there. So each text in blue with the underline is a hyperlink that will take you to additional information. So you don't have to do those, but it's a good thing to do, and it makes it interactive and exciting for the child. So a lot of things, and this is just first grade, and that's a lot of information for a first grader. You could condense that, or you could give them the full the full bag of information. So it's a really great option. And so I hope that helps you right there. Um, we've kind of covered all of those. I'm looking for my original tab now. I'll have to go back home here. So I hope this helps you. I hope this gives you an idea of curriculum boxes versus courses and a peek into actually what you get. And again, it's a lot of choices, a lot of things at your fingertips that we will cover at another time. So that will be in our next video. We're going to cover the resources that we have available at our fingertips for as a member.